Here's Eric Ibar now, as Greinke jumps ahead of him here with strike one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Tomas has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Braves pick up a run on the RBI double. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the D-backs 2 and the Braves 1. Jake Lamb strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Third baseman, Jake Lamb.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Ready on 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, he watched that one all the way in, and it looked like he almost gave up on it. He's pretty lucky that wasn't called strike 3.
Drilled to the right side, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, the first inning was no picnic, and now he's already in trouble again here in the second. He hadn't looked all that sharp so far, and he's in danger of really putting his guys behind the 8 ball early.
Yasmani Tomas stands in. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, this second inning's not starting out any better than the first.
And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning. He gave up a lot of solid contact that first time through the lineup.
And that misses up and in. 3-1.
3 balls, no strikes.
Nobody out, runner on first. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. This is hit softly to third. In there, a base hit.
He's in there.
And now after the 2-run first, you've got 2 on and nobody out here to start the second. Things are not off to the smoothest of starts, that's for sure.
Chris Owings steps in now. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's in there. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate. Zach Greinke will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe 2. So this is a big-time chance.
0-2.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
This is a strikeout pitcher on the mound, so you know he's going after a K right here.
With a moment now, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Freddie Freeman may not be the best at his position defensively, but he is very reliable. He makes all the routine plays. He's going to pick a few here and there. Somebody that you really like to have over at first base.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A.J. Pollock is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0.
You know, guys, these hitters have had a good look at that slider so far, and they've been told, let that thing go and wait for something better out over the plate.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Runners are at second and third with one down. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now.
This would be a big time to pick up back-to-back strikeouts if you can get it.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
With one out, definitely a strikeout situation with two men in scoring position. And that is a great pitch right there to pick up a very important second out.
Gene Segura standing in as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Runners at second and third with two gone. Not a bad pitch there with two strikes, but it misses 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. Only one in the inning for Arizona. We've played two full. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Braves 1. Back now in the desert Southwest, set for the top of the third from Chase Field in Phoenix. With Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning for Atlanta.
Freeman.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. This is in the air to left field. Tomas giving chase, but he won't get there. It falls in. The relay, and he is in there.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Well, this is really a laser right here. You're going to see it pretty much go right over his head out there in left, and it'll one-hop the left field wall. That's going to allow his man to cruise into second with an easy double.
Nick Markakis is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
And he takes ball one.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Third double of the game for these guys, as you see the comparison there. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. On the ground to third. Lamb comes up with it, and he's retired here, 1 away.
You know, usually I'm going to jump on the hitters when they fail to move runners over, but hey, look, that pitcher, he did a good job. I mean, he knows what they're trying to do, so he makes it as tough as possible to hit the ball to the right side. That's using your head out there.
Kelly Johnson in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and in steps their catcher, A.J. Pierzynski. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. And Pierzynski can't come up with that one. It's 0-2 now. He's gotten that pitch past him twice here. Now, do you push your luck or give him something else?
Let it ride. Keep it out of the zone. See if he'll chase.
And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Paul Goldschmidt digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. But this will land untouched. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Takes this the other way to right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
We are seeing a lot of confident swings right now. That's already 6 hits now in the first few innings. They've really come out attacking the baseball so far.
David Peralta is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. A runner at first with no outs here. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side, and taken in out there for the first out.
Well, here it is again. Look at him just bury this one right at the letters. And you can see it. He got him to pull off the swing a bit and just pop it straight up.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
Runners on first with 1 down. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
Wow, he just never got into the rhythm of that at bat at all. I mean, normally you'd expect a middle-of-the-order guy to put up a little more fight than that, wouldn't you? But he just got caught flat-footed on all 3 of those pitches.
Jake Lamb standing in now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Runners going. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Tehran sets. 0-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We'll come right back with more from Chase Field following this. Jace Peterson is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Lamb is under it to put it away, and it's a quick 1-pitch out to begin the 4th.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Bourne. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Greinke steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. Lined hard toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Stepping in now, Julio Tehran, as Greinke jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. 3-1 is our score here in inning number 4. And he tries to bunt here with 2 strikes, but he's out.
Well, that's taking a chance with 2 strikes, but you figure with the pitcher up there, it's still a chance you need to take, even though it didn't work out.
Here's Ender Inciarte. Pitch out. Nothing doing. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Tomas is over. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Atlanta. They still trail it here 3-1. Yasmani Tomas is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Bounce to first. Freeman is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Chris Owings.
Chris Owings stands in following an RBI single his first time through. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1.
Yeah.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
And that's a classic sequence there. 2 straight fastballs, get him ahead in the count 0-2. And then they come with something that looks like a fastball, but takes a sharp left at Albuquerque. Has no answer for that.
Hey fans, you can vote for your favorite Diamondback players by picking up an All-Star Game ballot. Available from any usher or at balloting stations throughout the main concourse. Ballots will be available until the week leading up to this summer's All-Star Game. Exercise your right and vote today.
Into the box, Zach Greinke. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
Chopped weakly to the left. Ibar gonna have to hurry, and the throw goes right over the head of Freeman at first. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw. A.J. Pollock will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be troubled. They'll try to score that runner from first. He's around third. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
They were just a strike away from straining that runner at first, but instead, he'll wind up coming all the way around to score on the clutch 2-out triple.
Gene Segura standing in. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a fair amount of first pitch strikes, about 60%, but you've got to locate better, and that's the reason why he's having a tough time out there.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Diamondbacks get one, and it comes on the RBI triple. We played 4. Arizona leads it now 4-1. Leading off the inning, Eric Ibar, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
In the air now, out to left. Tomas is in pursuit. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
First baseman number 5. Freddie.
Into the box, Freddie Freeman. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Greinke looks in. Here he comes 0-1. Here's a chopper for the shortstop. Lamb is there. Throw on to first is in time, and Greinke's got himself 2 outs.
Now batting.
Nick Markakis will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And you would think that this heat would start affecting him sooner or later, but it hasn't so far.
If anything, he's getting stronger as the day goes on.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Good work there by Zach Greinke. He'll go back to the dugout leading 4-1. Paul Goldschmidt will stand in. The winner of last year's Silver Slugger Award for first baseman in the National League.
Goldschmidt.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, this start's been a real bear for him so far. You see the pitch count here to start the 5th. That has to be a concern.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
The right fielder, number 6.
David Peralta will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
And he lays off there 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right. Foul. One and 2. Here it comes. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Huh. He's making quick work of the middle of this lineup. Back-to-back strikeouts against their number 3 and 4 hitters.
Castillo.
Wellington Castillo stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside but went around for strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We'll be right back at Chase Field in just a moment. Kelly Johnson will step in to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Greinke gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. A.J. Pierzynski steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Pierzynski.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Another example there of a guy chasing after that first pitch and falling behind.
Yeah, and Matt, we've seen it time and time again. It is something that these guys just have to be more aware of. At this point, why would you even throw them a strike on the first pitch?
And here in these middle innings, they just haven't been able to get anything going against him out there. And that's 7 in a row now. He's set down here in the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Striding into the box, Jace Peterson. He flew out in his last at-bat. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
And that man right there, he's got to figure out some kind of combination to score some runs for him. They have really been scuffling.
Peralta on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They trail it 4-1. Jake Lamb will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Bourne. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. Yasmani Tomas will step in. A ground out victim his last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Chris Owings will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Line to the right side. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. The speedy Michael Bourne will start things out when we come back. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Braves 1. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. We're on to the 7th with the Diamondbacks out in front. And before we get the inning underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. And there, in fact, is the speedy Mr. Bourne. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen, as it looks like they'll have both the lefty and a righty up to throw. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Pollock will wait on it. One pitch, one away.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Tyler Flowers will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 25, Tyler Flowers.
Swing and a miss with a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
Boy, he has been a first strike machine. I can't remember too many guys that have even been ahead in the count.
0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Boy, and if anything, he's looking stronger than ever here in this 7th inning.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Just one earned on the docket for Greinke thus far into his 7th inning of work. And a foul pop behind the plate. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around first, on his way to second now. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
The left fielder, number 11.
Yeah, for a 1-2 pitch, this bites off a lot of the strike zone. You can see on show track, it's pretty much right down the heart of the plate. He jumps all over it and drives it for a 1-out double.
Here's Ender Inciarte. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Tap fouled at home plate. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. Eric Ibar comes forward now, and he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run standing behind him in the on-deck circle.
Find a way to get it done. That's what it's all about right here. Give your guys a chance to make something big happen.
Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Tomas going back on it. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Well, all day long we've been talking about how good his location's been. You're going to see where this one was on show track. That's a rare mistake here, and that one's going to wind up costing him 2 runs.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
This is pulled into right. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here.
Your attention, please.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin. Now playing second base and batting in the ninth spot. Number 13, Nick Ahmed.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Back to the mound and off his leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. But 2 in the inning for Atlanta, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Braves 3. Arodys Vizcaíno will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Arodys Vizcaíno.
Nick Ahmed will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ballgame, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7.
Nick Ahmed.
Into the seats, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, you know, the big key to throwing the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there, you know he loves to get you to chase.
There's Peterson. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Center fielder number 11, A.J. Pollock.
A.J. Pollock tripled homer run last time through, so let's see what he's got in store this time.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
In there at the knees, strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
And they took him right up the elevator shaft on these 3 pitches. I mean, you could chart where they are. First one low, second one about belt high, and then the third one up around the letters. 3 different locations, each yielding the same result.
Gene Segura standing in. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. And he'll get in there safely. Paul Goldschmidt will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Diamondbacks, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Kelly Johnson comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Drives it out to deep right center field. Back goes Pollock. He's not going to get to this one as it's off the wall, and this may put the tying run in scoring position. And he'll get in at second base as the tying run's aboard with a leadoff double.
That's exactly the way you want to start your half of the inning. You're down by a run, you get a leadoff double, now you're in scoring position. He is pumped up out there trying to rile up his teammates.
A.J. Pierzynski will get a chance now following the leadoff double.
And being a left-handed hitter, he'll at least have a chance to pull one on the ground. Get that tying run over to third base with just one out.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Smart baseball right there. It's amazing how often this thing gets fouled up. You've got the go-ahead run at second base, nobody out. Your first job has to be to get the guy to third base, and he's able to put this ball on the ground to the right side to move that guy up 90 feet and get some high fives in the dugout.
In now, Jace Peterson, as he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. There is Ahmed. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And the runner is in to score from third on what was not a good throw at all. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Well, you know, he knew who he had running down the line right there, so he had to try to hurry the throw. But in hindsight, I think he had a little bit more time than even he thought, and he winds up throwing this one away.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Michael Bourne at the plate now as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Tomas is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, pitcher, Arodys Vizcaíno.
Emilio Bonifacio will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 64, Emilio Bonifacio.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Peralta's after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Braves will settle for just the 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, and we are tied 4-4.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher to tell you about here, and it's the hard-throwing right-hander Alexi Ogando. David Peralta will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Show Track. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
2-2 now.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. Well, that's why he's looking at a hat trick.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Oh, that could be the defining moment of the game right there. He's got one more guy to get through in the inning, but that was a huge out, number 2.
Jake Lamb standing in now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
Oh, good spot. On the black for strike 2. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. Still all square at 4 apiece. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Randall Delgado will enter now to start the 9th inning, as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half.
Randall Delgado. Now catching and batting in the 8th spot. Number 8.
Settling in now, Ender Inciarte. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Leading off for Atlanta, the left fielder, number 11. Ender Inciarte.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Well, that's pretty nice. You come into a ball game, you throw one slider, and you get yourself an out. Now that'll help you settle right into the game.
Into the box now, Eric Ibar. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. But there to handle it is Tomas, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs here so far. Offensively, that's not the kind of inning you want in a tie ball game. You need to make him work at least a little bit out there.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Calling for it, Pollock. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Braves retired on just 4 pitches. Score remains tied at 4. Yasmani Tomas gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Yasmani Tomas.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a liner, but foul. In there, and it's 0-2 now. ground ball sent back up the middle. Ibar towards second. He's got it, and he's retired one away.
Nicely done there at short as you see him ranging to his left. He takes it on his forehand side and then flips it to first for the out.
Phil Gosselin will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Gosselin.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat, it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
2 quick outs here to start the inning. It's looking more and more likely that we're going to need extra innings here to decide this one.
Nick Ahmed stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High and deep to right center. Back goes Bourne at the track. Gone! Santa Maria, game over. Solo shot to right center. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
It looked like he saved his best work here for the final swing. And these guys are certainly amped up as he wins it with a game-winning homer.
And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Diamondbacks are victorious here, 5-4. So long from Phoenix.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Diamondbacks, 5 runs on 9 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For Atlanta, 4 runs, 12 hits. 1 error, they left 9 men on base. The winning pitcher is Randall Delgado. The loss goes to Alexi Ogando. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes. A reminder that Post-Game Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station. Also, extra Metro rail trains are available at the Washington and 3rd Street Station.